So it was supposed to be there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's... You're supposed to drip... into what?
Into the sink or somewhere where you get rid of the waste, seriously.
Just tip it out and occasionally just get the nice, rancid, rotting... Yeah.
To get rid of it.
It was a sweet idea, you know.
I think it was a great idea. And in fact, it shows that not only could you be strategic, but you were also innovative, which is, as I said earlier, why it's a shame you're out.
Thank you.
I do like the concept, but in my household it wouldn't go down because our bins get full within, like, seconds. That's the only thing, and it hasn't got time to smell. It's already out in the dustbin. But, you know, I don't know personally how people would have time to put it all in and do it, but I do like the concept, but...
My fear would be you put stuff in there and the kids would think it was a juicer.
Why are children always ill? I mean, I'd shift this book and do it. Yes, because
that would be a good way of losing weight, having said that. 3 days of gastroenteritis is the best diet that I've ever used.
Drinking the runoff from rotting food. Well, for the following week, you were the winning project manager on the condiment task, despite the first recipe not quite passing the taste test.
Go into taste it.
Don't. You'll blow your head off. It's just silly.
Absolutely perfect.
Okay, great.
And I think, no, even though...
Talk me through absolutely perfect. Where did those words appear? I mean, how much of a time bomb was that original chutney? That for a second, this is the most delicious chutney. Kill me now!
I was trying to be sarcastic, it didn't work.
Oh, really? OK, yeah, sarcasm was rather steamrolled by the fact that you coughed your stomach all over factory. How awful was it? How strong was it?
There was far too much chilli in there. It may as well have just been... You might as well just got your hand in the chilies and put it straight in your mouth. It was...
Just chilli?
That bad, yeah. Even when you came in the room where this stuff was being made, your eyes would burn. It'd go straight to the back of your throat. It was crazy. All the next glasses were steamed up.
OK, for the moment of truth, we're going to hear from Lord Sugar and your former colleagues.
Dwayne put himself forward as the DVD director, but failed to ensure that the key elements of the exercise that they were trying to sell were shown in his DVD. He didn't pay any attention to detail.
I think he's very confrontational. I think everything's his way and he forgets what anyone's saying.
It's like everyone's saying that, yeah, well, I suggested this and I suggested that.
He wouldn't let me speak, and then eventually when he did, he was like, oh, that's a good idea, and I'd be like, yeah, well, that's what I've been trying to say to you for 5 minutes.
Dwayne failed to capture the buyer's imagination, and that's what cost his team the task, and that's why Dwayne had to go.
I know, sad face that you're doing, whatever, but what is your reaction? What can you take from this?
I've learned so much in being as part of this process. Like, there's something I would like to say, Lord Sugar, say to Lord Sugar, rather. He's an absolute legend. I think he's brilliant in what he does. He knows what he's talking about. He doesn't owe anyone any explanations. Over and above that, the process has taught me so much about myself, so much in business, and it's a great platform for anyone. I hope I see The Apprentice again, and I hope that 60 more people get the chance to go through it next year, because it's just changed my life completely. I think what I take from it now is maybe do listen a little bit more, maybe do try and take on and fit in the team. I think being an entrepreneur isn't about the one man at the front, it's about how good the team works and how good the team can pull together. And even though it showed me as maybe being a bit confrontational then, that was one task out of 4. If it was me that motivated the girls to a win, it was me that tried to uplift everyone's spirits and tried to stay positive, because that's the type of person I am.
Fred, you've built up a massive gym chain, obviously starting from one place into 2 into 3, whatever. Any tips about how you start these things off?
Well, it's interesting because I was also, like you called yourself, rough or a rough diamond. That's exactly what I was, expelled from school and highly dyslexic. So, you know, the important thing was that you have an absolute vision, passion, but a very clear strategy as to what it is you're going to achieve. Surround yourself with very good people. It's really important.
Thank you.
Now, we were talking about teams and teams being successful and teams being unsuccessful. Team Phoenix were victorious, but made so many mistakes, they are very much this week's lucky escapees.
Would every participant need a space hopper?
As part of the licence agreement, you would be supplied with the space hoppers, the skipping ropes.
Where would we keep them all?
Bearing in mind we've got hula hoops there and space hoppers, what does that do to your studio capacity?
How much does all that kit come to for one person?
You plucked out of the figures, space hoppers.
Space hopper, a cost price would be £2. The hoop itself will be £1 and the skipping rope will be 50p.
If you charge someone, I don't know, 100 quid for a licence, and those things cost £150, then it's a flawed business model, is it not?
Where to begin with this? Let's start with the promising free kit. Gyms don't want to hear that, I presume?
Well, I think that the important point is that gyms need to have a product which is easy to store, easy to use, doesn't take up a lot of space because space is always at the premium. However, we know that gyms do have Swiss balls, plenty of balls rolling around all over the place. So what's important is that you actually make use of what's there as opposed to trying to develop your own theme. And if they'd taken a similar concept, using what gyms already have in place, I think it could have been very successful.
The Adam, our humble greengrocer, discovered a previously hidden ambition to make people dance.
I also sorted out the directing for Jade because she was struggling a bit.
Big smiles, keep going. Keep going. Well done. Do it like that. Jade, what do you think? What does it look like on the monitor?
You're just shouting random orders, telling them all to smile 20 times a minute.
I want big smiles, big happy smiles, fun faces.
I actually think he's annoying people.
You all know this
Be quiet, please. No more talking.
Shouts a lot, bossy, no manners.
Loads of fun. Okay, if you prefer it like that, fine.
To be honest, he's just irritated me and I can't wait to get home.
God only knows what she's doing here.
How is that? We've had Adam, he seems like a charming, albeit in a kind of unreconstructed 1970s attitude to women occasionally kind of a way. How is Adam right now?
Adam is one thing, and that's funny. As long as you're around Adam, you're going to laugh. People are going to be laughing. His off his head is really is funny.
But he's no choreographer. Yeah,
he clearly isn't. He clearly isn't.
Were you impressed with Adam?
No, I think Adam is way out of his depth. He seems very keen and enthusiastic to get involved. But I have to say, as yet, I haven't seen any skill or talent in him at all.
Dear. Katie?
No, I agree with you. It seems he's got a really good sense of humour, and you need that when you're working for someone. You need humour. But it did make me cringe a lot on some of that with the old Thriller moves. I'm thinking, what are you doing? Do you remember I was saying it was cringy? But yeah, he does throw himself in the task, so you've got to give it to him that way. Whether it go far, probably not. But at least he's trying, and you've got to give it to him for that.
I totally had him down to be the loser this week. I couldn't believe it when he managed to scrape through. He's the luckiest man alive.
Well, we're dancing around one topic, which is who was the breakout star, because it's obviously the traditional face of exercise DVDs, but the breakout star / man who took one for the team this week was this man here. Ladies and gentlemen. Azar, who's kept a pretty low profile, but that all changed tonight.
Welcome to the Groove Train. Adela, working the abdominal area.
That was my favourite shot of it. These two women's hips, and then Azar's head appears up from zero. Cheeky smile, back down again. It was a fantastic performance, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I have to say, maybe I shouldn't say this, but it did remind me of a 60s sort of porn movie. Not that I would watch it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. The 1970s myself. It's gone. Were you impressed with Azar's moves?
Well, I like the fact that I've seen him. Now you know he's got a sense of humour.
Yeah.
And when it was shown to Lord Sugar, his face was still serious. He was embarrassed, you could see, but at least he's got that side to him.
He was petrified.
He was.
But
it's good, though.
What's going on here? No, don't judge this. So, sense of humour, but I don't think he fully believes in it.
No, I think as the weeks go on, you'll definitely see you know, obviously they're all taking it seriously, but I think you'll definitely start seeing a bit of banter and a funny side of him. I mean, you must know because you was with him. Is he like that or not?
As a practical joke, he seems quite serious. He's very professional. When it comes to business,
Well,
he means business, yeah. But he was a prankster. Like, he was, believe it or not, second to Adam, as I was probably the biggest prankster in the house.
Really?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I would not
yeah.
presume that.
Yeah,
Because I thought he was a committed gym teacher. OK, Jane, we have a message for you, by the way. We have a message for you from a member of your family.
Hey, what's happening, Dwayne? It's your big bro here. I just want to say a massive, massive congratulations. I'm sorry you're not going to be Lord Sugar's partner, but listen, you've always been destined for great things. Remember when you used to work for me, and then you wanted to know a bit more about business, so you took yourself to university and then you came back and opened your own business? That's what makes us proud, my man. You've done yourself proud, and I've got a couple of other people here just to say hello as well.
Dwayne boy! Right, bruv? Yes, mate, yes, mate. Just want to say well done. Si was really, really proud of you, like us, but my mum's going to be really gutted because she was a massive, massive fan. So I just want to say on behalf of me and the Costa family, well done, fella.
Yeah, well done, mate. You absolutely smashed it on there. I was a little bit jealous, actually, because I'd love to do The Apprentice. But,
one day.
One day, but it's one of my favourite shows, and you absolutely done so well.
Anthony Costa, Lee Ryan, and Simon Webb. Is he related to you? Is he?
Yes, he's my brother.
He's your brother?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's great. I mean, you'll be very proud.
Definitely, yeah, seriously. I mean, I'm really touched by that. That's nice. He's obviously in China now. Yeah, he's doing some promotional work out there, so he couldn't be here, but I didn't expect that at all.
Ah, that's sweet. Very, very good. Everything you joined the band?
I seem like a football hooligan.
An enormous market for that.
You don't know these days.
Yeah, well, no, I could take a wild guess that you're going to get your head super punched in. It's going to be the song. To the vote. Fred, do you think that Lord Sugar was right to fire Dwayne?
I think as far as the task was concerned, just in isolation, Ricky should have gone. But because of the mistake that you made in the taxi and the confrontational piece that came into you, and the fact that you effectively negated the blame for the other young lady who was in the boardroom with you, you made a mistake, and therefore he had to choose you.
Katie, what do you think?
I would have liked to have seen more of you. You've proved you've done well in the other tasks. I would have fired Ricky.
Simon, would you fire him?
I honestly think, you know, it's very unfortunate that it came down to you three. I think, you know, in the show overall, you've done very well. But out of you three, yeah, I think you had no choice, really.
OK, let's turn to the audience. Your turn. If you think Lord Sugar was right to fire Dwayne, hold up fired. If you think you got it wrong, hold up hired. That's pretty solidly hired, so well done on that. So you won't be Lord Sugar's business partner at the end of this. I don't think you're going to do bad, Elsa, but I would like to give you a gift. Send you on your way. We know that you like experimenting with interesting foods and interesting tastes, but we do worry occasionally about your health in this situation. So next time you try to make one of those chutneys, just have one of these. You know, I'm not saying that you should spray it into your mouth. That'd be the wrong health message to send out. But that's the vibe anyway. It's been 5 terrific weeks. Dwayne, here are your highlights.
Thank you. I've got what it takes, I've got the energy, I've got the passion.
Come on, guys! We made these all through the night just for you guys.
It's 3 for a tenner. A rectangular, simple shape. Available to everyone, everywhere. I keep going and going and going. Bring your feet together.
He's 1 in a million. I can't say I've met someone like Dwayne.
I think he's just quite unique, is that Dwayne?
As far as I go, I am a winner. I'm a fighter. I don't give up easy.
Come on!
Get up and try again. And cut.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dwayne Bryan. That's it for tonight. Thanks to all of my guests. Dwayne will be on BBC Breakfast tomorrow morning, and if you want more, go to our website at bbc.co.uk/apprentice, where you'll find Matt Edmondson's take on this week's episode. Next week, the candidates head for Scotland to create a dish to sell on the streets, but who'll be left with a bad taste in their mouth?
I've seen things like that at the zoo in the elephant pen.
Utterly delicious.
Cheap, cheap, cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap.
Why don't you come and have a smell? Can't tempt you with any meatballs.
It was completely out of control. You didn't even know what was going on.
If someone comes to the stand and they speak Scottish to us, will you be able to understand what they're saying?
Don't know what you're doing.
Right. See you at the same time next week. Good night.
Stay with us on BBC HD. The logistical nightmares involved in moving an entire army from A to B in bullets, boots and bandages. How to really win at war.